All right, who's got a question? This is a fireside chat. I'm not supposed to be talking. You guys are supposed to be asking questions and say, hey, talk about this, talk about that. And then I riff and rant for a few minutes. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Who's got something to talk about? Come on, it's not that hard. Type away. Maybe you're all on your phone, so it's hard for you to type. Are ways to reach beyond your list of people? Is it recommended to do the business presentation to more than one? How to inspire others to join you in building? Well, maybe I'll take all of those. What do you tell people when they talk to you? So much to learn until I move through with confidence. There's a lot of questions, thank you. I can't complain about questions now. Well, I don't know, maybe this is inspiration. I was just reading this morning. Somebody did a blog post, 45 funny things. Maybe I'll post it later today if you want to read it. 45 funny things that people have tweeted about multi-level marketing. And I read them and I thought they were funny, and they're so true. So like all the things that you're talking about here, how do you do this? Why do you do that? How do you inspire your team? How do you get people? Where do you find people, right? Well, I'll take the first question and see if I can spin some stuff into it. So the first question is, where do you find people that aren't on your list? Well, some of you find them on social media. I don't, but it's certainly there for the taking. And some of us find them in connecting with new people that we meet. So I don't know about you, but I meet new people almost every day. And so my process for turning people I meet into people that could be on my list, which for me is a long process because I don't focus on building a network marketing team, but I still do it. So I'm just very patient with people, and I'm much more interested in developing new relationships than I am on recruiting people. But the process is the same. So if you're going to add people to your list that you don't already know, what you have to get good at and get in the groove in is connecting with new people that you meet. And so what I want you to think about is maybe even journal this, take some notes about it. How many people have you met in the last month? You might have to just go back and try to remember people that you've met. People that you met that you don't still know who they are. You don't have their contact information. They don't have your contact information. You're not connected, but you met them. So the difference between a networker and a non-networker is a networker takes advantage of every possible meet to turn it into a connection. And how do you do that? Well, you ask questions in the meet. It's not just hi, ho, hey, nice to meet you, bye, or no, nothing at all, like two ships passing in the night, right? And nobody actually reaches out and asks the curiosity questions that can lead to a connection. It's curiosity questions that lead to a connection. And when you get a strong enough connection with somebody, you just invite them to connect. You know, a simple way to do it is you just ask them, hey, are you on Facebook? You on Instagram? Let's connect. Or, hey, just in case, we ever want to play golf, or we ever want to go shopping, or we ever want to, hey, what's your cell phone? So, right. So just trade connections. Or, you find out somebody says, what do you do? I'm a realtor. Oh, well, let me get your number because I know people in that area, and, maybe I can send some business your way, right? If you say something like that, people are going to fall all over themselves to give you their number. And if it's sincere, you should get their number and you should send them some references, right? So I've talked about this a million times, and it's the subject of the 8 steps to the authentic networker. But if you're a networker, that's what you got to do. You gotta meet people, and you gotta be curious enough about them, and you gotta turn the conversation into a connection And what's the definition of a connection? You know who they are and know how to contact them, and they know who you are, and they know how to contact you. So that's a connection. And then what do you do with the connection? You nurture it. You nurture it for days, weeks, months, maybe years before you invite them to do business with you. And when do you invite them to do business with you? It's not chronological. It's not based on how much time or even how many conversations you had with them. My rule of thumb when I invite somebody to look at what I'm doing is when they invite me to. And if I have enough conversations with them, they will invite me to. So one of the other questions, okay, let me spin this into social media. So, how do you add people to your list that aren't on your list? Social media is a gold mine. I mean, there's 7.5 billion people you can get access to on social media. Probably at least 2.5 billion of them are on Facebook or Instagram or WeChat or TikTok or something. And so how do you connect with those people? Get in a group. Just join a group that's doing something you're passionate about. Like, I would join a deep sea fishing group or a golf group or an ATV group or something like that, right? So just join a group about something you're passionate about. Look at the threads, comment on people's comments, ask people questions, and then develop the conversation offline, right? So talk to people offline and just be curious. If you haven't studied the 8 Steps to the Authentic Networker, go get it and study it. It's $47. You can turn it into $47,000 a year. It's like a $10,000 time annual return on your money. It's on my website, richardbrooke.com. So then one of the other questions I saw in there is, how do you inspire your team? Simple, but not easy for everybody. Number one way to inspire your team is do what you're asking them to do. Do what you're hoping they're going to do. Do what you want them to do. You do it. And do it whether they do it or not. So, like, the number one thing you can do to inspire your team is be connecting with people and be inviting people and be enrolling people, whether they do or not. So what most leaders do is they try to get their team to do what needs to be done. Hey, team, let's get to recruiting. Hey, team, get your sales up. Hey, team, like that. And that's management mode. Leadership mode is, hey, team, guess what I'm doing today? Hey, team, let me tell you about the newest person I just met. Hey, team, let me tell you about the newest invite I just did and I got ghosted. Hey, team, let me tell you about the newest invite I did and they said no, and here's why they said no. I've never heard this one before. Hey, team, here's my ratios. Hey, team, here's my stats. I invite you to come with me. I'm going. Here we go. And let me share the journey with you along the way. That's how you inspire people. Not by telling them what to do, not by asking them to do something you're not doing, but just go do what there is to do and share the journey with them. Share the good and the bad and the ugly. That's how you inspire people. And then 2, don't gossip. Don't do drama on social media. What's drama on social media? Oh, woe is me. My dog is sick or whatever, right? Just don't do drama. You'll get lots of likes and you'll get lots of I'm so sorry, right? But you don't inspire people, right? You'll get lots of attention, but attention is not inspiration. So if you want lots of attention, well, just declare, one day a month, pity party day. And just tell people, hey, today's not about inspiration. Today's not about business building. Today's all about me and pity party. And here's all the things that are wrong in my life and all the drama and trauma that I have. And what I need are a whole lot of likes and a whole lot of virtual hugs and a whole lot of I love yous and a whole lot of, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're going through that. Just declare one day a week pity party day for you and get your attention that way. And the other 29 days of the month, inspire people by going to work. So, and then don't gossip. And what's gossip? Gossip is like posting stuff on social media or messaging people about, oh my gosh, like, in the company that Kimmy and I are building in, the chief operations officer and president, who's like the most visible, most important person in the company, other than the owner, like this guy bleeds the company, right? It's not, I won't keep it a mystery. We're not, no surprise. We're in Young Living, right? So the president and chief operations officer in Young Living just ups and resigns without any notice. And this guy's like, he's all over the world, right? He's traveling all over the world doing all these events. He's like the most visible, most powerful, most influential, most important person in the company other than the owner. He just ups and resigns for what sounds like mysterious reasons, right? And then 2 days later, he's replaced by some guy nobody's ever heard of. And of course, what are all the leaders talking about? Oh my gosh, why did the president resign? Oh my gosh, who's this new guy? I don't like him. I don't think why are they hiring him? Why did this other guy? You talk about like uninspiring. All of that is gossip, and it just derails your team. And so what do you say when somebody corporately resigns? You say, hey, thank you for your service and enjoy the rest of your life. We appreciate you. Come back and see us. Come back and join the team again if that's what's, your destiny. And when somebody new joins the team, welcome them, right? Because corporately, folks, those people have jobs. Those are jobs. Those aren't opportunities. You and I have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to build wealth. We have an opportunity for freedom. Those people in the home office, doesn't matter what their job is, vice president of marketing, president, COO, unless they own the company, that's a job. And jobs come and go, right? People hire on and they leave. Nature of the beast, right? And sometimes people leave that just shock us. Well, keep your shock to yourself and because your job is to build a sales force and get more customers. Your job's not to vet the new COO, and your job's not to second guess why somebody left. Your job is to get more customers and build a sales force. So if you want to inspire your team, do that. If you want to derail your team, talk about stuff that's really none of your business. There you go. So I'll take one more question. If somebody can pop one in recently. One more. Here it comes. I can see it. I can see it. I can feel it. I can feel the question coming. What is it? What is it? What is it? Come on. I got one more in me. Going once. Going twice. All right, I'm out of here. I appreciate you guys. Oh, it's not a book. Some of you were texting, what's the name of the book? It's not a book yet, but I'm writing that book. What's the best book that you read? Mach 2 with Your Hair on Fire or The 4-Year Career. Why would I recommend anything other than that? Oh, is it recommended to do the business opportunity to more than one person to leverage? Yeah, sure. If you can do the product or business opportunity to 100 people versus one, that's super leverage. There's downsides to doing group presentations, but the upside is super efficient and leverage. What's the best way to promote your sales of your product without sounding salesy? Study the authentic networker. What the authentic networker is all about is not being salesy. The authentic networker is all about building relationships, all about connecting with people, all about building rapport, all about showing up for people in a way that they don't see you as a salesperson. And, I was just, one of the things I was getting from this, 45 funny tweets about multi-level marketing is what people probably hate the most about multi-level marketing on social media is how people are just plastering their social media with their product or their opportunity, including their lifestyle, which they then tie back to the opportunity or the product. And So I would just caution all of you thinking that the way you're going to build a business is by plastering your social media with your product or your opportunity or your lifestyle in a way that sounds like, oh, look at our beautiful life because we get to work from home and we have these beautiful products. And I'm not showing you the product and I'm not telling you the name of the company or the opportunity, but look at our beautiful life because we get to work from home and we have these incredible products. So you infer it without being blatant about it. And I think, people just think about your friends, right? Your friends get tired of hearing that and seeing that. And so I'm not suggesting don't post about your life, but post about all of your life. And don't try to paint a beautiful picture because of your opportunity and your products. Maybe once every 10 days do a product post. But any more than that, people get tired of it. And what do people want to know? They want to know, about the beautiful relationship you have with your spouse and your kids and your pets. And they want to know what you're doing for fun without bragging about it. And like that, I don't know. I don't know anything about social media. But I know if you spam people about your products and opportunity, they get tired of you and they think you're in a pyramid scheme. So don't do that. Hey, awesome. Thanks for joining me. See you tomorrow.